With the excitement of training camp starting today with the veterans joining the rookies, the Ravens made a move yesterday to bring in someone to help solidify the defensive backfield. And if you do not know by now, yesterday the Ravens made an agreement in principle to sign Eddie Jackson to a one-year deal. The 30-year-old former Chicago Bear safety comes in to give us that third safety relief that the Ravens have been looking for since we lost Geno Stone to the rival Cincinnati Bengals. And with most Ravens fans clamoring for Justin Simmons to come in, they brought in the former Alabama Crimson Tide player. Who knew? Who'd have thought? The Alabama to Ravens pipeline runs very deep with this organization. A lot of people seem to be very excited that the Ravens are bringing in this former All-Pro, this former Pro Bowler to man that third safety spot. But for me, I'm gonna have to say no. No. I'm just here to let you know today I'm not with the shit. Like, I'm not mad about this move. I'm not upset about this move, and it particularly has nothing to do with the player. Because, like I said before, in 2018, Eddie Jackson was a All-Pro. He was a Pro Bowler. He was a Pro Bowler again in 2019. It is not the player that I'm upset with. It's not even the move that was made. What upsets me is a lot of you out there in the Ravens flock. A lot of you upset me with the hypocrisy that you bring damn near every day. The comments that I get, the things that I see on other people's streams and on their videos about how people are so wrong on some of the takes that they have when it comes to this organization and the offensive side of the ball. So what I'm here today to talk about in this video is the hypocrisy of some of you Baltimore Ravens fans. And I know y'all gonna be like, what do you mean, Hendo? There's no hypocrisy going on around here. But yes it is. Now, the Ravens went out and brought in a player at a position that they thought that they were most vulnerable in. Now, we have a $70 million safety. We have a top 15 pick at the other safety. Bam, straight. Two great players, two guys that hold down the fort. Understand they want that third safety to bring in relief in case of injuries. They play 3 safety sets. I get all of that. But where the hypocrisy comes in all this is, what about our Darius Washington? What about Sanosi Kane? And what about undrafted free agent Bo Braid? Because y'all Ravens fans love telling me how these undrafted free agents year after year are going to come into this team and transform this organization and bring about so much change. So what about them? Aren't these draft picks, aren't these undrafted free agents supposed to be the pillar of what the Baltimore Ravens are about, from what a lot of you guys say? And where the hypocrisy comes in at is, for the last couple of years, when we told you guys, hey, we need to bring in some veteran wide receivers. We need to bring in more talent on the offensive side of the ball. What did you guys say? What you say? I remember what you said. I still got the comments to bring it up. I still have the Twitter post where they said, hey, you need to let these young guys play to see what they bring to the team. If we bring in some veterans, they're taking away snaps from guys that can go out there and show what they got. When the Ravens wasted a year of Lamar's career, when they said we're going to lead with Rashad Bateman and the rest of these guys, y'all said don't bring nobody in. We need to see what Tylan Wallace, we need to see what James Prochet, we need to see what Devin Duvernay have, what they bring to the team. If we're bringing a veteran, we're just going to stunt their growth. And we said no. And we said you need to bring in a veteran, take some of the pressure off them and let them learn. But everybody said no, let the young boys cook. Put them in the kitchen and see what they bake up. Well, apparently they can't cook anything because these guys nowadays don't know how to turn on a stove. Then the Ravens brought in Odell Beckham Jr. We said, hey, DeAndre Hopkins is out there, bring him in too. No, man, we got to let them young boys cook. We got to see what these young boys bring to the table. We can't have veterans coming in here and taking snaps away from these guys. And I've said to you all along, I don't give a damn if you are young, old, or whatever. If you can play, you can play. Maybe outside of Baltimore, when you show that you have talent, they put you on the field. They don't hold any grudges and they trust young players. So if you show these coaches in mini camps, training camps, practices, walkthroughs, if you show them you know what you're doing, you're going to get on the field. This is the case that we were trying to bring to everybody, but they said, no, let's lean on these younger players and see what they got. Why then are we not doing this when it comes to the defensive side of the ball? Every time when it comes to defense, and apparently we have no money, somehow we dig deep into those couch cushions and find a little bit of change to bring in defensive veterans. Even though a lot of our draft capital and every season, a lot of our free agency goes to the defensive side of the ball, we still need to constantly bring in more veterans so we can let the young guys develop. We can let the defensive guys learn their craft, take their time, not put too much on them. But offensively, it's, hey, y'all do what the hell y'all want to do. So correct me if I'm wrong, During the playoff stretch under Lamar Jackson, have the Ravens A, been unable to stop these offenses from scoring, B, allowed shootouts every playoff game that we've had, or C, have not had the ability to score during the playoffs? I'll let you guys answer that. When you come to the conclusion or whatever, let me know in the comments. Or maybe you won't, because some of you hate being wrong. The problem has not been the Ravens defense can't stop anybody. It's the offense has not been doing their job collectively when it comes to the playoff push. So we constantly go out here and get these veterans. But I will say, if healthy, Jackson has been a pretty decent player up until 2022 when he suffered a Liz Frank injury and it has hampered him the past 2 seasons. Prior to that, he has been a very decent, very good player. Don't know how much time he's going to get at third safety, but apparently with the injuries that he's had, they may not need him to play a lot of snaps. A lot of spot duty may do him good, but he should be a little bit better coming off of the second year of his injury. But once again, I just want that same vitriol for bringing in veterans and not letting these young guys play on defense the same way that you do for the offense. All I'm asking. I know I'm going to get hate in the comment section, but the truth is what the truth is. And a lot of you hate to admit it. We treat this team as 2 separate entities. Defense is your favorite child. Offense is your girlfriend's kid from another relationship. You love them, but you don't treat them like your own. And unfortunately, that's the way that this organization has been for a while. We treat this side of the ball with love and affection. We treat this side of the ball with tolerance. We tolerate you. We put up with you. You came with the woman. I guess you a package deal. You come together. I gotta love you. We'll pretend that way. And that's how it seems to me. So kudos for them for locking down a position. But now for me, bring in somebody for this offensive line. Bring in a veteran. Get somebody. It is July 20th. And a lot of y'all told me, calm down. Wait for those June 1st cuts, and we're going to do something about this offensive line. Well, training camp starts fully today, and the Ravens have made no acquisitions to this offensive line. And once again, we're not saying that these guys aren't going to pan out, but just like you want that security in the defense, we want that same security with the offense. Treat my children equally. That's all I'm asking. Is that too much? Am I going too far? Am I going too far asking for organizational equality? Is that a little bit too much? Or am I thinking about some other team? Now, well, listen, regardless of which way you feel about this debate, if you're on one side, if you're on another, it doesn't really matter. Hit that thumbs up. There you go. To help this video with the YouTube algorithm. Appreciate you guys. And until the next video, it's your boy. Wish they do some of this goddamn offense. Oh, wish they showed the offense the same kind of love.
Nah, man, I'm cool.